Alright, really quick. Waves starting to look better. I've been following this shorter term trend line. See that range there? It's sort of following along the EMAs. So, we're getting back up to test the EMAs. The only time we ever broke through the 55, we got hammered by the 99, caught a rejection, and came right back down after that wick. But you see how strong the 55 has been holding. This is why I used 55 and 99 as part of my Ichima model. So, we broke through, got rejected by the 99. Came back down. The initial support was pretty close to my support on my model, so I'm really happy with the way this TA has worked out. Chart seems to be pretty on point. This latest channel has been on point as well. I would say this is a great time to take a look and see if we break this channel, if we can essentially get through the 55 and the 99. If we crack the 99, I'm in. That's going to be a really strong sign of a reversal. I'm not going to jump in right away. I want to get an hourly candle to close, but this seems like a really strong bounce. But I wouldn't get overzealous and jump in yet. A lot of people are going to see this bounce and these consecutive hourly candles that are all bullish and say, wow, we're going back up, let's buy it. I would not do that. I'm going to throw caution to the wind here and get in, but not until I'm a little bit more confident. But I'm with you. I am going to jump in, but just not quite yet. We're going to want to set a target right around the support and resistance, because if we break through the 99 here, that's going to be a really strong point where we might want to buy in. I'm going to set an alert. As soon as I get an alert, I'll jump on, possibly enter on the spot. We're also getting at the bottom of the cloud there, which will be a really good time with leading span B being right there, or leading span A in this case because it's red. If we could break through, that's a strong move in and of itself, because that would carry us essentially 5% on the initial move, because the highest probability is we would break through to the other side of the cloud. But if we're moving up and getting through resistances at that level anyway, that rapidly, I'd be very confident that this is going to be an extended run, a bounce after this recovery, a recovery from this correction, because this has been a strong correction wave here. So that's what we're keeping an eye out. We have this much larger wedge formation that we were watching a while ago. We didn't get down to the bottom exactly, but pretty close. We got bounced at this 255, 254 support I had. So I'm going to be interested to see how we play this out as we approach the EMAs. And then, so Link, I love right now. I had gotten stopped out on the last trade from a while ago, and then I got into this one, which has been moving up a little slowly. But it's taken a while to form. But after the initial breakout, we've been holding. Oh no, hold on, never mind. This is not a trade that we actually did. I have to go check where exactly my entry was, but I do have a position in Link now. This what I get in right now. If you're not holding Link, it's a little questionable. You know what? It's not that bad. This is a good support, but we also have the EMAs in the cloud there. So much support that it's probably worth it. I would say about a 2.8% risk is what I would do. Although I would try to target a little bit of a lower entry. I want to see if this candle can retrace ever so slightly to about 44.30. That's what I would do. Then I would only have to risk 2.75%, and I would have some solid protection. You got both the top and the bottom of the cloud, the 55, the 99 EMA, and this support at 433. This is a really great trade. I'm loving this trade. And if you think about it, it's pretty on point with what I had for my correction. I had mentioned this in the earlier video that this subwave count got thrown off because wave 4 retraced into wave 1 territory, which invalidates the count. I don't care about that short-term wave as far as doing a recount on that. I'm happy with just knowing that it's going to move up from here and fulfill the rest of this wave 3 overall. That wave 3 could potentially give us a 17-18% run over the course of several days. It's definitely a worthwhile trade to get into. I'll share this in the group as well. All right, I'm loving this. So let me grab a screenshot of that. Now, what else are we in? So we got XLM, which I already showed. I got a fresh entry there. I expanded. Very similar setup with the EMAs and the cloud, giving us a lot of protection for the stop loss. So all of my Ichima supports are doing their job very, very damn well, and I'm excited to see how this plays out. I have VET, which is already broken out substantially right now. Stop loss, I moved it up to the entry before, plus, what was it, entry plus 1%, to lock in just a small amount of gains. Oh no, that was on ETH. So I moved up my stop loss on VET to my entry, so it's risk free, but I never moved it up beyond there. Since we have so much support from the EMAs and the cloud here, it's not a bad idea. The 236 extension right there is also falling right on a strong support and resistance line with all these candles catching a rejection early on. I would say that's a really good support to use to protect our stop loss. So right now, based on this trade, is up only 3.75. It was up 8% at one point. Right now, I'm not worried about locking in profit too much, but I may as well. I'll lock in 1.6%. So that's going to be... this isn't exact... My entry was a little bit lower, so I'm actually going to be locking in about 2.2%, it looks like, but I'll have to do the math on my chart. But this was based on the entry I shared. It had already broken out by the time I shared it, so I couldn't give you guys a better entry. It still worked out really well. So let me share that. I got it wrong because my dad's here from out of town, but he's about to head out, so I'm gonna say goodbye, and then I'll do another video later. That new stuff. All right. Then real quick, EOS is still sputtering along. We haven't had a big move on it yet, so I'm gonna have to wait. I'm not ready to move up my stop losses or anything on EOS just yet. I haven't even moved them up to my entry, actually, to be honest. So we're still sitting with my stop loss at my original SL location. But I'm still very confident. It's moving up slowly. It's just taking a while to develop. But this wave 3 is a huge potential 70% run. It just requires BTC to hold. And I think BTC is going to give us a run. I've been talking about it for a while and showing you all the supports I have on my chart. They've been doing a really great job of maintaining that support, trading between the ranges, some fib supports and prior trading ranges. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. This formation overall still looks good. The count, sub-count looks good. Everything's kind of worked out perfectly based on where I had it on my earlier model. So I'm excited to see this thing come to fruition. I'll check in with you guys on it later. And anything else to look at right now? Ethereum, I already shared this in the group, so you can see I actually shared it publicly too. I locked in and I don't post this publicly yet. I locked in a very modest profit, 1.75%. Ignore that. That was pretty much, I might as well because I have the extra room to spare. More or less, in this situation, I would just care about moving up my stop loss to my entry price. Because if it's at my entry price, it's totally risk-free, and this has a lot of room to grow too. So with BTC, if we do get that BTC move I've been talking about, if we're able to break out and get above all these resistances that are causing us so much of a headache, look, see, that 30 didn't quite hit 3,800. If you remember, all my videos I've been talking about 3,800. That wick that spiked up didn't quite hit 3,800. That's why it's such a crucial target. That's why I keep mentioning it in every single video where we look at BTC. If we're able to get up there and close up at 3,800, we're in really good shape, and all these alt trades that I'm in are going to absolutely blow up. We should be able to have a day like we had a couple weeks ago and even last week with 10, 20% moves on pretty much every coin I'm in. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that big breakout to get up to 3,800 and close there. But if that happens, all these trades are among the best potential gainers that I see out of all the coins that are on my watch list at the moment. But I'm going to keep looking at them, and I'll let you guys know if I spot anything else. All right, hit me up if you have any questions.